In this video, I'll be telling you how to change the lenses on the Meta RayBan smart glasses. It is pretty straightforward, easy to do, if a little bit daunting at first. So follow this guide and I'll tell you how to replace the lenses in just a few minutes. Okay, let's get started. So I've been using the RayBan Meta smart glasses for just over a couple of months now. Overall, very good set of smart glasses. So I've been using these glasses for a number of months now since my last video and my first initial impressions. Overall, it's been a really good experience. I really have enjoyed being able to take photographs and videos directly from the glasses themselves without having to pull out the phone. I've used the smart features with Meta AI. That's been really, really good as well. It's been really responsive and it's also been quite reliable in answering my questions. Within towns, looking for destinations, looking for shops, for example, where they are, where they're located, as well as things that I'm looking at while on holiday and some translation things as well. I've used these around London, a brief trip in Romania and also in Tenerife recently for my birthday. I've got used to their size. I've not really got used to actually just generally filming. You do feel like, even though with the light emitting from the glasses themselves, you do feel that you're a little bit more paranoid that you've got this flashing light on your glasses. Some people have noticed in public, in daylight, not many people do notice. However, you might feel a little bit embarrassed to be sort of shooting that video untoward from other people because you haven't got your phone out. But honestly, they probably don't really notice that you're actually recording from your glasses anyway. Some people don't even know that these glasses even exist. So I would say don't worry about it. Film as you like. And if people do realize that there's a light, you can just tell them about what you're doing. They are a little bit thicker to what I'm used to. They are the same Wayfarer frame. Personally, I would like them to be a little bit thinner, but that might have to be a whole new style in the future, perhaps. The only differences are they have a thicker side arms of the glasses. I've got the matte version here, and you can see that it does get a few fingerprints on the arms when you're touching them compared to the glossy, but I prefer the matte. As for the camera quality, very good since the updates 19 and 20 version. We've had 3K 30 FPS for 3 minutes, and we've now got 5 minutes at 1080 at 60. So depending on how you want to share that content on socials, then 1080p is probably just enough. But if you want to be capturing 4K content and you want to blow that image up to go at full frame, full landscape, then 3K is probably your best bet. But you are actually forced on 30 FPS. Version 20 now does slow motion, so that's good. You can do that on Gen 2. And yeah, they've been good. I think the only downsides is the weight. They do get a little bit taxing on the bridge of your nose for me. It's quite easy to hit the side of the arms and control music. Sometimes music plays automatically. I've not really had a problem with the camera itself. Just have to monitor where you're actually looking. Most of that content is going to be slightly higher than you think. So you do have to sort of look down if you want to capture more lower areas. It's wide field of view, so what you're seeing isn't necessarily what you're actually capturing. So if you see something really nice, you want to take a photograph, that thing is going to be a little bit further away than you expect in the actual photograph or video. So up close is a lot better than scenic landscape shots because you just haven't got that zoom. The sound has been brilliant. Not being able to wear anything in your ears and just wear them around town and just have that audio playing out. Really, really good, very discreet, and you can actually listen to everyone else as well. That's great for cycling and things like that. If you're going to be doing things alongside with these glasses, I have yet to go out on the bike with these, but I definitely will be over the summer, and I might do an update video then. But otherwise, very good, very, very good. Now, the other thing that I had is with the lenses. Now, I ordered prescription lenses and it obviously took a little bit longer than just getting the frames on their own, but I did it through insurance, so I had to get prescription lenses. If it was me personally using my own money, I would have gone with just the frames and then used a supplier such as HonsVR to get prescription lenses a lot cheaper than getting them directly from RayBan. Now, the one thing I did to save money on prescription was to not buy transition prescription lenses. The price escalates greatly when you do that. So I went for the bare bones minimum prescription glasses I could buy. That was roughly about £515. And I basically decided to reach out to a few contacts I've used on my VR channel, one of which is HonsVR, and asked kindly if they could supply some lenses for review. So they kindly supplied a prescription set of transition lenses for the Gen 2s. The same lenses can work on Gen 1s as well. So if you've got a Gen 1 pair, those lenses from HonsVR and other brands will work just fine. The frames haven't changed between both generations, so don't worry about that. And when it comes to ordering your lenses, it is pretty simple. On their website, you just simply go to the Meta Oculus Quest section. Down here, you've got your Meta AI glasses, and then you choose your model, which is, I've got the medium Wayfarers. You choose your clear, tinted, photochromatic, which is your transition, or polarized. Now the differences between those are clear is obviously self-explanatory. Tinted is if you want to have a direct lens, no transition, and you might want to have blue, green, red example, and that's just literally tinted, but it'll be like a clear tint. And then you've got photochromatic, which is the transition. So it'll go from clear to dark. And then you've got polarized, which again, a bit like tinted, but they're more aimed for sunglasses. They've got UV protection, and you can also get them in different color tints as well. So if you were to go to transition, choose your gray. I think gray is a little bit better than brown, depending on what your frame color is. And then down here, you've got single vision, which is just your set prescription if you're getting a prescription lens. Progressive will be a sort of transition of reading to long-sighted. And you can also have non-prescription, which takes a lot of money off because there's no prescription whatsoever. And you definitely save that way too. So I went for the single vision. You enter your left and right prescription, your PD, which is your distance between your pupils. You can add a blue light filter if you want that. I didn't select that. And then you've got a number of coatings that come free with those particular prescription lenses. And then you just check out, and then you wait 1 to 4 business days and you'll get that in the post. Now, when it comes, you get it in a nice hard case to protect the lenses or the previous lenses that you're taking out. Inside, you get the lenses in 2 small little packets, along with a cleaning cloth, a QR code card to get access to how you install the lenses, and a little prescription card should you actually have chosen a prescription that's been applied to the lenses. Both lenses are clearly labeled left and right, so you know which ones actually go into which side of the frame once you've actually popped your existing lenses out. Getting those lenses out is a challenge, especially if they have been previously prescribed from RayBan and they've come as prescription lenses. I believe the non-prescription lenses from Meta, if you just get the frames without any prescription, they are much easier to remove from the lenses themselves. So I really did struggle with the prescription lenses in my RayBan Meta frames, but it was just purely down to force and how much you're willing to push onto those frames to get those lenses out. So to get those existing lenses out of your frames, you simply have to turn the glasses over, so you're looking at the glasses from the inside. So for me, I found it much easier to go from the hinge side of the frames, so that top left hand corner for the left hand lens if you're looking at it from the inside, and the top right hand corner from the right hand side lens. So right where the hinge is, both thumbs, and push outwards from out of the glasses, and that will pop those frames out. Now another technique is you could have the thumbs from both sides, top and bottom, and then push out that way, whilst also pulling out a little bit from the frame. That can also help as well. Now with both of those lenses fully removed from your frames, I was now able to check out the quality difference between both HonsVR lenses and the RayBan prescription lenses. Now looking at the RayBan lenses in comparison to the Hons side by side, you can see that they are slightly more thicker, and the HonsVR has a slight ridge to the middle, a little bit more pronounced ridge, but they are a thinner lens than the other prescription. And considering it's got transition in them as well, then that's actually really nice. As for the quality of the prescription, I had no problems. The only problem I did have is that I ordered progressive instead of single, and I really didn't get along with progressive lenses, but that's purely because I wasn't really used to it. So Hons kindly sent me the single lens instead, and that's a lot better for me personally, and I got along with them a lot better as well. Now obviously you don't get the RayBan motif on the glass, you lose that completely with the HonsVRs. I'd say the lens is slightly bluer as well in terms of its clear glass material, but otherwise the lenses pretty much look the same in terms of their prescription and the quality, and I didn't really feel that I was losing out on them. So cost wise, definitely good in terms of what you're getting. Now to fit the lenses themselves, many people have many ways of doing it. Some go for a 1, 2, 3 method. So you go inner side top right, and then you finish up with the sort of bottom outside corners of the glass from the outside. So for me, the best way I got those lenses in was from the inside, using again the 1, 2, 3 method in the very same way. So in regards to the left hand lens, I placed that lens in the top right hand corner first, snapped that top left hand corner near the hinge, and then finally finished up by pushing the right hand side lens into the end of the frame. I tried many times with the front way, but it just didn't really work for me. Both lenses went in much easier from the inside again. And on the right hand lens, I did something a little bit differently. I went from the inner side placement, lower right hand side, and then I ended up at the hinge on in the final side. So you could play around with it, but you do really need to use a lot of force. There's going to be a lot of creaking in the frame as you do it, but that final snap in will finish off that lens, and the lens will get sat in place. And it's all down to that rim. There's a higher point edge going around the inner side, and that just has to bypass that frame and go into a inner recess that's actually inside that frame material. So with those lenses now put in, you can just give them a bit of a clean, because you're going to get all your fingerprints on them. And thankfully the HonsVR cloth does come in handy in that aspect. And if you do have any cleaning spray, it's probably a little bit better to use that as well. Personally though, I find a microfiber cloth a little bit easier in terms of getting in and getting rid of that dust. For me, it does a bit of a better job than some of these cleaning cloths. But do use either a microfiber cloth or a glasses specific cloth. Don't use your shirt, because sometimes that can actually lead to scratches of the glass. Right, so as for their transition speed and how dark they get, prescription glasses specifically, they're never got to get that dark compared to actual sunglass or polarized lenses, but they'd be good enough for sun use. But there is a little bit of a squint if you were to look at the sun directly, for example. Now I'm going to use a UV light just to mimic how dark that they can get. And these are a pair of glasses from Specsavers. Again, transition, and then you'll get to see roughly how dark they get. And I'd say the transition between Specsavers and these ones pretty much near identical. They go just the same level of darkness. So you can kind of get an idea there as to how dark that they can get, and then also how quickly that they transition back to clear if I leave it alone. Now it's worth saying that the transition will not work that well within a car interior, just purely because the windscreen is like a barrier to UV rays, so it's not really going to hit those glasses. You can get glasses that are a little bit more sensitive to UV within a glass environment of a car, but you'll be spending a lot more for that type of lens material, and it's not really supplied by these lens manufacturers for these glasses. So we're a minute in and it's still fairly dark. You can see that the Hons is getting a little bit more lighter than the Specsavers. They're holding their tint a little bit longer. So if you were to be diving indoors after a sunny day, the HonsVR is going to brighten up a little bit quicker and get to that clear state a little bit faster, which is probably a little bit more preferred. Okay, that's now 2 minutes, and I'd say that the Hons is it's still slightly tinted, but we're talking like the last 10 or 5%, whereas the Specsavers are still holding their tint a little bit more still after 2 minutes. So I say that these are much better. They're much more rapid to turn back to their clear state. So I'll give the left hand side now some UV just to show you how quickly they transition it, and I'll just share the same level of UV between the two just to show you how quickly they might transition. Okay, so that's a few seconds of UV. They transition pretty quickly actually, so I'll be definitely happy with that. I would say the lens is probably a little bit lighter, so it doesn't get as dark than the ones I've got from Specsavers, but it's still fairly comfortable in the sunshine. So considering their price, I'll be happy with that. So the HonsVR single vision prescription lenses starts roughly around at $80, and then depending on your prescription, i.e. the thickness of the glass, or whether you want to go progressive, that adds an extra $30. So it can escalate a little bit higher, but roughly around about $100 for the lenses themselves. Now, if you were to go to RayBan and actually get the prescription lenses directly from them, we're talking a £140 difference between clear and transition, with an extra 20 if you were to get their special edition, which do become slightly semi-tinted, so they're not really decent clear for indoors. So depending on your prescription, I think that's actually quite a good saving considering, and then you can actually choose the Meta frames or colors that best suit you, because I know that you can go to Meta directly and get different color frames of your Wayfarers that RayBan don't actually offer under prescription. And that's something I would have done personally if I were to be buying them outright myself. The best thing to do personally, I would get the frames from Meta and then get prescription lenses from someone like HonsVR here. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful. If it has, give us a big thumbs up down below and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the installation process of these Meta Ray-Bans, and I'll try my best to answer them. If you like this content, you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by sending us a super thanks down below, along with your comment or question. You can hype this video for free, or you can check out the video up here to buy me a coffee. You can support me there too. I really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.